welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first one. Kind of weird. I never thought I'd be saying that, but it's exciting. Do you like my sweater? I just thrifted it. Super cute. I actually was about to buy it on Amazon, and then I went to the thrift store during my free period, and boom. So I left immediately after buying it, of course, because I was scared someone was gonna steal it. But anyways, okay. So today we're gonna do a little Q&A, little get to know me sort of thing. I'm excited. Okay, so it's got my little iPad. Doesn't look like an iPad. And then you open it, and then boom. Okay. The first question was, what's my favorite color palette? Which, if I'm being honest, it would probably be anything with pink in it. Like, I love pink and yellow. I love pink and orange. I love pink and red.
2,000 years later.
Pink and purple. Pink and blue. And pink just goes with everything, so anything, all of them, TBH, if I'm being honest. Not this color pink though. I feel like more of like a baby bubblegum pink. Definitely that. But out of the pink color palettes, I love pink and yellow. It just reminds me of like pink lemonade, that sort of thing. I really like it. So, okay, question number 2 is, what is the most essential piece to have in your closet? And I feel like this is kind of hard to answer because everybody's style is like different. So what you wear is going to be, like what you wear the most is going to be different for everyone. But for me personally, it's going to have to be, this is going to sound basic, but a black leather jacket. I have the most perfect one. I stole it from my dad. It's amazing. It's like that perfect sort of oversized fit, not too oversized though, but not too like small too. It's great. I love it. But definitely for me personally, I would say a black leather jacket because it's just like such a versatile piece and you can style it so many different ways, which I love. I love pieces like that, you know, like that are investments that are totally like worth your money. So I would definitely say that. Question number 3 is, am I going to college? The short answer is yes, but I'm doing it a little bit different. I say that, but a lot of people do this, but I'm going to do online, like a completely like online sort of like university, which kind of like allows me to travel a bunch, which is what I really want. I'm thinking about moving to New York, but we'll see. I feel like that's probably my most viable option just because my family's gonna be near there and that sort of stuff, so I feel like that would be a good option, but my dream would be to go and study abroad, like in Europe, so that would be really cool, but we'll just have to see because I still want to continue on like with my business and stuff like that, so I don't know if I could really do that in Europe, but we'll see. Okay, question number 4. What are my 2022 fashion predictions? And I think she means here fashion like trend predictions. And I've been thinking a lot about this because I keep seeing those videos where it's like, oh, well, here are my fashion trend predictions for the new year, and they're really cute. I love seeing it all. What I don't like though is when people just go out and like buy the stuff just because that's what like they said is gonna be a trend. So definitely think for yourself on this one, like what you think is gonna fit your personal style and what you're gonna wear even after that trend is gone, because this sweater was a trend and I've been holding out waiting to see if I was gonna be able to find it, and I did. Found it at Goodwill. My fashion trend predictions would probably be track pants, and I know what you're thinking. You're like, Izzy, what? Track pants? Like, you don't even go out in sweatpants, which I don't. But I'm think more elevated street style, Hailey Bieber, Bieber, I was correct, Hailey Bieber. Think that sort of like elevated, like model off duty type. I actually love that. I think it would be so cute with like a cutesy little like baby tee, like cropped, that sort of thing. I love that. Yeah, I feel like that's gonna be huge. Another, I feel like this is kind of already like a trend. It fits me so well because I'm kind of shorter, not on the taller side, and I love platform shoes. Everything platform. My sneakers, my heels, my boots, everything platform. So I think that is also gonna be really huge, which I'm excited for, because people used to make fun of me. They're like, oh my god, how do you walk in those? And I'm like, I don't know, but I love platforms so much, so I'm glad that they're gonna have their moment. But yeah, those would be like my favorites, the ones that I've noticed the most. Obviously there's more, but okay, question number 5. Who would I say has influenced my style choice? I feel like the obvious answer here is Matilda Djerf, obviously. I mean, come on, queen, right? She's amazing. I love how like she is very into like the basics, like the classic pieces that are timeless, they never go old. I love that about her. And I love how we're just so like intrigued. We're like, oh my gosh, like she is the epitome of like she is that girl, you know what I mean? And I love that because it's like we're moving past the point of like you have to be trendy in order to have like a huge presence like in fashion, and not necessarily even in fashion, you know what I mean? Just like for girls in general looking for style inspiration, and I love that we're able to do that. But yeah, so definitely I love Matilda Djerf. Another that I'd say would be Natasha. I don't know her like last name, but it's like Natasha MXD on Instagram and like TikTok. I'm obsessed with her. I love her. I love how she like plays with colors. She is one of the first people that I ever like really saw that really did color like she did. Absolutely amazing. She's iconic. I'm trying to think of who else. There's literally, if you go check my following, like who I follow on TikTok, like I get inspiration from all of them. Like I get inspiration from people just walking down the street. Like I love taking pieces that you wouldn't necessarily think to see me wear and kind of like yassify them or like isify them. I don't know how, you know what I'm trying to say. But no, yeah, I love that. Like cowboy boots, I love when those were a trend. I have my own. They're really pretty. They're this super cool like funky pattern, and just kind of like making them fit my personal style even though it's not necessarily me, if that makes sense. It's so fun. I don't know what number this is, but this next person said, what is my dream place to live? And of course at first I'm gonna be like, oh, New York, definitely New York. But I feel like, I don't know, like I visited and I love it. It's got like, it definitely has like that ambiance, you know what I mean, that everybody talks about. But, and I've never been to what I'm about to say, but in my head I just feel like I'd love it so much. I have always wanted to live in London and Paris. Those two places just seem so like, London mostly just because I'm selfish and I don't speak French, so the English would be easier in London, but Paris just for the vibes, you know what I mean? Like I just want to be a French girl at a little cafe on the corner of the street, you know what I mean? The Eiffel Tower. But yeah, definitely those two places. I feel like I want to be in Europe somewhere. That would be a dream, just to live there, get out of here. But yeah, London and Paris would definitely be my dream places to live. Okay, the next person said, where do I see myself 5 years from now? Okay, let's think. 5 years, I'm 18, so add 2, that's 3. I'll be 23 in 5 years. Okay, so definitely graduated from college. I have my business degree. My business booming. We're doing great. I've expanded. It's amazing. I have my own little penthouse apartment, a little high-rise type thing. Or no, better yet, a brownstone apartment. In the Upper East Side of New York, Manhattan. Definitely have like 4 cats. They're all best friends. And what else? I don't know, maybe working like with a really cool like magazine or something like that. That's always been something that I'm super interested in, because I love styling and stuff like that. So one of my dreams would be to be like a personal stylist for like Vogue or something like that, or Elle, and like be the personal stylist for those shoots. That would be amazing. That would be so exciting. But yeah, that would be. Okay, next. Somebody said, how did I form my personal style? I actually love this question because it took me so long to figure out. So like, a little backstory, like I wore clothes and stuff like that, but I wasn't like into clothes, you know what I mean? I wasn't into fashion. I didn't know what like I was into. Like, you know how people are like, they talk about their passions and you're just like, oh my gosh, like she knows what she wants to do. I wasn't like that. Like I didn't know like until like recently, you know what I mean? Like I was just like, oh, like yeah, you know, I'm thinking about doing this. Like when people ask me about college and stuff, I'm like, yeah, I don't really know, like that sort of thing. But then like COVID happened, and so like during quarantine, so I started like kind of clearing out my closet, and I feel like everyone did this, but I started like posting on Instagram and being like, buy my clothes, like just to kind of like make some space. Like I was stuck at home, you know what I mean? Like I was just trying to find stuff to do basically. But then that kind of like took off from there, and I got really interested in it. I met so many cool people who like did that, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this could be something fun to do. Like I don't know. And so I started getting a lot more into clothes. I would watch YouTube videos like about like fashion, the history of fashion, listen to podcasts. I got a bunch of different books like about like the history of fashion and things like that, which was really cool. And yeah, so I developed a lot of, I guess, like background knowledge of fashion and stuff because of that. And then that I just started like, it kind of took off from there. But like for my personal style, I'd say I like unfollowed not everyone on like Instagram and like stuff like that, but like influencers and celebrities, and I only followed people who I was like genuinely like loved, and I loved their style, and they like inspired me to be like better and that sort of thing. So I did that. That definitely helped a lot, because then I was only seeing like the content really that I wanted to see, which not only helps for your mental health, it helps with that, like finding your personal style too. So that's good. And then I redid my Pinterest, and I just went on like a Pinterest spree. I just saved like every little thing that I could, anything that even brought like inspiration to me, and I would stay up late at night, like literally just putting outfits together, and I would like take pictures of the outfits and like mix and match them. It was like, it's so fun. I still do this. Like if you've seen my room, you know, because it's just, I'm putting outfits together like constantly, and it just kind of like sparks my creativity. And I love clothes that can do that. Like they can be styled so many different ways, like very like versatile. But yeah, that's how I found my personal style. And I would say that it's still kind of like evolving, and I'm still finding it, because I don't think you should ever get comfortable with your style. I think you should get comfortable. That's a lie. I think you should get comfortable with your style, but I think you should constantly be trying new things, you know, if you can, you know what I mean? Because that's fun, you know, like it's meant to be fun. You're meant to like try new things. So like this, like the sweater, guys. I'm never gonna get over it. Okay. Next question. Why did I start Thinks It's Thrifted? I kind of just answered that a little bit. And Thinks It's Thrifted is my business, if you didn't know. Little self-plug. No, but yeah, like I was just kind of bored over quarantine, you know, like I was just doing whatever, and then all of a sudden, it started like picking up, and I was like, this is cool. Like I actually really enjoy this, and it just went from there. There were a couple times where I was like, no, I'm not gonna keep doing it. Like I stopped for a little bit, but I kept going. I persevered, and look where I'm at. I've got a very messy room with too many stuff to ship out. No, but I actually love it so much, because it's connected me to like so many different people who do this, and like Now I started to do a bit more of like those like pop-up shops and like vintage markets, and those are so fun because I love getting like face-to-face contact, which is something I don't get like doing it like over Instagram, like my website and stuff like that. But yeah. Okay. And somebody else said, do I have a job and how can I afford so many nice clothes? So this is my job, and the only reason I really invest so much in clothes is because that's like kind of like my whole brand. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, if I was into makeup, I'd be buying a bunch of makeup, that sort of thing. Like I picture it like when I'm buying something that's a bit pricier, I just think of it as an investment because I'm like, this is a piece. You know what I mean? Like this is something I'm gonna use all the time. I think of it as like my own personal like arsenal of like clothes, like that sort of thing. But yeah, that's how I afford it. It's basically just a constant cycle of buying clothes and selling it. If I'm being honest, most of my clothes though are thrifted, so it might be like an expensive brand, but I most likely got that for like $2 or something. You know what I mean? I really try to be conscious about how much I'm spending on like one pair of pants. I bought this pair of pants for $198 from Free People, and I've only worn them once. And it makes me so mad, and I'm mad at myself. I'm like, you should have thought more about that purchase, because they're like these rainbow sequin pants. They're gorgeous, of course, but not like I can't wear them every day. You know what I mean? They're not even that comfortable. So I don't know. Yeah, I would say it's all about like your priorities and what you're willing to spend. Someone else said, where do I get my jewelry? Most of my jewelry is from Etsy. I love like all of like the vintage like unique pieces because I love when I have unique jewelry and everyone's like, where's that from? And I'm like, oh, you know, vintage, that sort of thing. But no, Etsy has some really cute, and like they're handmade too, so it's always like supporting like small businesses and that sort of thing. Some of my rings are from Amazon. They have some really good rings. They're not necessarily good quality, but they're cheap, so you know. Flea markets have some super dope like unique like vintage pieces and stuff, so I would say there if you're looking for that. Oh, and eBay for like designer jewelry pieces and stuff. I bought this pair of Vivienne Westwood from eBay. They're coming in soon, hopefully, but they're really gorgeous. They're like these drop earrings. So yeah, eBay for like designer ones. And yeah. So that's my Q&A. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys later.